told me that this is my fault. He was the first. He's raising his hand, right? And what's amazing enough is that two other people followed suit. I don't know if Tom paid him. I don't know if it was by accident, but three people today told me that this is my fault. Okay, and I was told a long time ago that you need to be a model for your kids. So I'm going to model something that these two need to know, and that is that you got to be able to apologize to people. So I'm going to apologize to all of you right now for dragging your sorry butts here, right, and making the new all party. So I'm sorry that you're all having to do this, but here we go. So that's the first thing. I say I'm sorry. Now, at the same time, I can't believe the same thing happened to me that happened to me 3 years ago. 3 years ago, Katie and Ben had their wedding, and Cesar, who was doing the homily at that wedding, he stole what I was going to say. Couldn't believe it. He stole what I was going to say, and so I had to wing it. And so last night, I'm thinking, there's no way it's going to happen again, and I had this thought, and then Chris spoke yesterday, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. It happened the second time. And then I said, okay, I got a different idea, and I got to the church today, and it happened a third time. I can't believe this keeps happening to me. And then something kind of hit in the middle of the service, and that is thanks. And I said, okay, you know what? If I got to say I'm sorry for some things, I'm also going to say thank you. So I'm going to say thank you to a few people as well. I'm going to say thank you to the people that are working. I'm going to start by saying getting older is you can get kind of philosophize about certain things. And what I want people to know is that Tiana and Mitch, who run the catering company, actually went to Lindbergh High School when I was teaching there. Mitch was actually in my class. I didn't even know that until I step up to the bar at Katie's wedding, and I'm like, I know you. What's up with that? He pours me a drink, and he said I was in your class at Lindbergh, and the night got better from there. So thank you to them. Thank you to our DJ, Sean. Thank you. Thank you to the people at Freeland Hall. This place is great. Hey, you give me a mic, you're going to leave me alone. Right? I'll apologize to my wife later in private. So, we've got this dichotomy. Now we're going to get into what I'm going to say to Megan and Max. Right? So, today, all of us know this, today is one full of joy, emotion, adventure, and little relief that planning lists and spreadsheets can be retired from my family pretty much forever. Right? I appreciate that. There's been a lot of them over the last year or so. Now, what's important to know today is, in my family, right, to emphasize that the reality is that from the moment Megan was born, she brought energy. I might switch my glasses here and my sunglasses, but she brought energy into our lives. And to be honest, she tested this concept. So when Colleen and I got married, it was great. We had Katie, and then Megan came along. She tested balance. Now, you all know that Megan's our second daughter. We had Katie outnumbered. For your sports analogy, we played 2-on-1 defense, right? It was great. And then when Megan came, we had to learn how to play man-to-man. It's a heck of a lot harder. And we figured that out. We learned some new balance. Now, what really helped is that Megan was a great sleeper when she was a baby. And if you've met Megan now, she sleeps better than anybody else I know also. Give her a blanket, she's going to go to sleep. And we also learned that Megan has the ability to love. Take a deep breath. Love deeply and intensely. Now, even as a little kid, Megan knew exactly who she was. You know, she did a lot to keep up. She was her big sister. She was organized. She threw herself in everything she was interested in, and she was up for an adventure, and he did. Now, but through the years, what we've seen is Megan's confidence, thoughtfulness, and unstoppable drive for her people is always really clear. Excuse me. I don't know, I got something stuck in my throat. Now, Megan's someone who brings structure to chaos, order to confusion, and meaning to moments. And a huge family of planners, she stands out Now, I think about, when I think about planning, her color-coded college search finder, after basically having to arm wrestle Katie to even think about where she wanted to go to school. And if you want to know more about that, go give me another beer and I'm happy to tell you about it. Now, Megan also has a clear and unwavering moral and emotional compass. And in many ways, she's the one who reminds us of where we're supposed to be, both on the calendar and in our lives. And then came Miracle Max. Now, I said to somebody earlier, I was going to tell them what my nickname for Max is. And if you ever watched Princess Bride,
yes!
Best character in the entire movie, Billy Crystal, Miracle Max. Have fun storming the castle. This is my miracle.
Aww.
Now, when I first met Max, I will tell you, my thought was, let's see if this guy can keep up. To be honest, there was a time when I wondered if he'd be able to. Not gonna lie. My first impressions was that he was this quiet, reserved individual, and then frankly, Megan was gonna run him over. And as the years have passed, Max has shown that he brings balance to their relationship. He isn't quiet, he's curious, thoughtful. He's not reserved, he is open, and this is the best part about him. As the immortal John Candy once said, he goes with the flow like the twig on the shoulders of a mighty stream. That is, unless he's playing bananagrams. I thought I saw a spike of a really, really competitive guy. Now, Max, you're steady, you're generous, you're funny, somehow in the best ways, calming counterbalance to Megan's intensity. You don't try and change her, you make room for her, support her, without ever diminishing her light. And maybe most impressively, you survived an initiation into another large Love Boat family. Now, I'm also going to say, happily for me, my second son-in-law. So, with that, Chris, I hope I brought it home. Raise your glass. Toast to Megan and Max. A life filled with fun and happiness.
Cheers!